Hey house guests, welcome to another exciting recap of Big Brother 8.
Okay, we'd like to give a shout out to Trey, P061005. Taylor.
So they started the show by recapping POV ceremony. Jen was like, oh, I earned this, so I'm taking myself off the block.
Put somebody else up.
Hey, it's Jen.
So, of course, you know the story, kids. They put up Eric. And then they showed Amber and Eric talking outside.
Mm-hmm. This was all build up between Amber and Eric leading up to the blow up, which we'll talk about in a little while.
Well, they were talking about, Amber was like, Jamaica and I, you've got our vote, you know, we swear, I swear on my daughter's life. You know, who does that? Is her kid's life that cheap that she's swearing on it? And you got my vote to stay in the house, and anything you want, you got it.
And then they showed Eric telling Dick about something that Amber told him that would just like ruin her spot in the house.
That would be the abortions.
Yeah.
You know, like America doesn't know that now anyway.
I know.
You're getting PO'd about Eric knowing it. How about the rest of America?
So then Dick, the little crapster, went and told Amber that Eric told him. This is like an episode of Laguna Beach.
I know, that's exactly what I was thinking. And then Cammie told me, and I told...
And then I told Nikki, and he told Tyler.
Yeah. Whatever, Dick.
So Amber talks to Dustin about it, and Dustin's like, sorry, but we're keeping Eric anyway.
Yeah, exactly. What are you thinking, Amber?
He didn't want to hear about that. So then Amber went outside.
You're totally psycho, Amber.
Yeah, he's like, you need to calm down. You're going psycho right now.
Yeah.
So she went out and talked to other psychos, Dick and Danielle.
Oh, yeah, they had her cornered out on the smoking patio out there.
They just egged her on even more.
Yep. So then she went back again, and I think this was after after Jamaica had done the braids on her head, and I think they were a little too tight. And it was squeezing her brain out. And she's like, Dustin, we have to do it. They guaranteed us to get through this week, and, you know... And
yeah, she thought she was good with Dick and Danielle.
What the heck did you think was going to happen next week, honey?
It's not going to happen anyway.
I know.
They don't care.
If we could just get through this week. Or, if we could just get through this week.
I mean, Dustin, if we could get through this week.
And then... Oh, God, why?
So...
What are you telling her, God? What are you telling her?
Oh! Yeah, Dick was telling Amber, you know, just vote him out. God will understand. If your God's a good God, he'll forgive you.
If he's a righteous God...
Oh my gosh!
Pray on it.
You're taking advice from an atheist.
His name is evil. What does he know about God?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with atheists, but you're a religious type of person.
You're, I think, a Christian.
You call yourself a religious person.
Okay, so then Amber loses control. What they showed on TV is about 1/10 of what actually went down.
Way watered down
on the feeds. Yeah, they really skillfully edited out a lot of F-bombs.
Yeah, because there was a lot of F-bombs.
It was almost like they didn't even exist, but we know they did. And then the whole time, the best line out of the whole rant was, Nick's at home with his family, and he should be here with the good people's group.
Oh my gosh! Look what you're talking about.
You guys are just changing the entire world.
You are a hoe. You've had 2 abortions. You've done so much crap in your life. You're a drug addict. Dustin, with his stories about making out with people when he knew he had mono.
That's the good people's group for sure.
I know.
Okay, so now Julie's interviewing the people sitting around waiting for the live vote. Mm-hmm. And she asked Jamaica, hey, what's going on?
She's like, nothing.
Everything's fine.
JC, you?
Yeah. Would you ever do the veto sacrifices again?
No.
No, that's for sure. And then Jen, do you regret taking less money?
No. She's not there for the money.
Yeah, okay. And then Dustin had a question from the viewers. Internet. Yeah, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
2 teenage girls asked him, why are you wearing that same raggy old gray shirt all the time?
The V-neck. That was hilarious.
It was. Well, apparently he has three ugly gray shirts that were made for women that he feels the need to wear. And the reason
he says he wants to be consistent.
Yeah.
It's important to him.
What's up with that, Dustin?
I don't know.
Then they did a little puff piece on Evil Dick being a name dropper. And you know what, Evil Dick? You are a name dropper, but the people whose names you're dropping are really not anybody that are that great. Wow, you have a whole bunch of skanks that are your fans, Dick.
I love Dick.
Congratulations.
They
Very
probably already
nice.
had those shirts before they even met him.
I'm sure. Okay, so then the interview with Danielle in the HOH room.
Julie asked her about after she won HOH, and Dick said that he loved her, and she said that she loved him, and she's like, I don't remember saying that. You did.
Whatever. She was kind of upset that her dad is such a dick that everybody takes everything out on her because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and like you don't benefit from all the crap that he does?
I know.
Take a little bit of the heat, bitch.
She'd be nowhere in the game without him.
That's right. Then they did a puff piece on Kail's husband. Wow. They own 4 businesses. A restaurant, a 20-room motel,
A fine dining restaurant.
with a lounge.
Yeah, what? And a supermarket.
Store. Yeah. Okay. And her husband, they asked Darin.
This guy, alright,
You gonna pick on poor Darin?
Mr. Spock.
Okay.
So they asked him, like, how do you feel about Dick harassing Kail? And he's like, oh, well, I don't like it, but it doesn't really bother me.
It's part of the game. He knows. He's got a head on his shoulders, unlike her who can't even speak 3 words in a row.
I love you, Darin.
Nominees before the ceremony, and
Get their last words in before the live vote.
Kail, the same old tired old speech. She dusted it off again.
Yeah.
She doesn't take any week for granted. She's just happy to be there.
Blah, blah, blah.
Uh,
Then Eric's like, oh, I've grown close to you. I
everybody
wanna
means a lot to me
spend
in
more
the
time.
house. Okay, so Zach, notables here. Zach and his bunny suit with a suit jacket over it.
That was funny, actually.
And he's sitting there the whole time waiting for Julie to ask him finally.
Yeah, he was on time.
He didn't have a premature vote this week, so that was cool. Well, Dick, all your dreams are dead.
Amber. Kail was evicted by a vote of 4-3. Cha-ching.
We told you, peoples. We told you.
It was a last minute flip-flop. Well, last night flip-flop.
So, Dick's first thing right after the vote. Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah, the look on his face was absolutely priceless.
It was intense.
Okay, so then, immediately, right after, he goes and confronts Dustin.
This is bad.
He's like, what's going on? You're liars, you're fake, you're liars, you're fake. And,
Dustin's like, I didn't vote for him.
Yeah.
And then Dick was like, what is this, the ghost vote again?
Yeah.
You know, the,
Yes, it's the ghost vote.
oh, yeah.
That's it. Okay, so then they put Kail in the holding tank there with Julie Chen.
Oh, man, this
And-
is the best. They showed her goodbye messages, and the best, well, of course, there was the, hey, it's Jen.
Yeah.
The usual.
Yes, Jen. Really? And then
The
Dustin.
best.
Dustin turned into William Sled and was like, hey, bitch.
It was so funny.
Oh my god, if you don't know who William Sled is, God, please go check
Just-
him out.
Oh, my gosh.
WilliamSled.com. Yeah. Okay, so it's time for the HOH competition. And it's called Let's Make a Duel.
And the questions they were asking them, they gave them quotes from the evicted house guest diary entries, and they had
Right.
to guess who said what.
Right. So first up, Danielle was allowed to pick the first couple, and she picked Eric and Dustin. Betch.
That little slut.
Yeah. So,
Eric came out victorious.
yeah, Eric.
So then Eric picked Zach versus Dick,
Right.
and Zach got the question wrong.
He buzzed in too soon, I think. He didn't listen to the whole thing.
So Dick walked away with that one.
Right?
He picked Eric and Jessica. And the first question, Eric buzzed in. He got the answer right, but Julie said the answer.
Julie called him Nick.
And that was
So
the
everybody
answer.
was like, "Wah!"
Everyone was like, she said the answer.
Yeah, okay, so then Jess got the second one right. So then Jess picked Dick versus Jen. Jen beat Dick. Okay, so then Jen picked a no-brainer.
The last two.
Amber and Jess. And Jess prevailed.
Yep.
So then it was down to
Final
Jess
two.
and Jen. And
I
you know
just
who
got
won.
it right. And it was so awesome when she won. The first person that hugged her was Eric.
Yes. It was great. He's definitely back in the fold, kid. Okay, so America's Player.
Who do you want to get
nominated? Yeah, it's back to the same old, same old. But you know what? I noticed that they eliminated this week the Eric kissing Bud.
Yeah, they didn't show it.
They never mentioned that. So kids, much
love.